What's going on, y'all boys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be reacting to not only my most popular video but easily my most controversial video, as you can see by the heaping amount of dislikes. That is to be expected by something like this though. Does your MultiVersus character take skill? The reason I want to react to this is not because I'm running out of content. It is because this is 3 months old and I'm curious to see how I've changed my mind about some of the things I've said and also how the game has changed as a whole. Right off the bat, whoa, I lost some weight, dude. I was looking a little bit chunky here, but I do want to preface this by saying when I made this video, I don't know how deep I was into MultiVersus. The game had just released or re-released, I guess you could say, and I probably had 20-30 hours into the game, so nothing too crazy. Let's check this out. I put my face cam over the face cam of the video. I fixed it later. I'm a little bit slow. I'm sorry. What skill does your MultiVersus character take? Starting off with Banana Guard. Now, okay, I'll go ahead and say what I think of these characters as the video goes on, so you get, my current take on the character and my old take. And Banana Guard, I still think, I'm assuming I'm going to say the exact same thing because I kind of remember that this guy is absolutely brain dead. Easiest character in the game easily. Well, actually, no. Easiest character in the game, I would say, is Jason, and then Banana Guard, just in terms of like how far can your fundamentals take you with a character. Banana Guard will take you very far. I'm sorry to say it if you're using Banana Guard. I know that you're probably only using him because he's new to the game, but this character takes that was a valid excuse at the time.
Skill. All of his combos, I say all
way
of
too much damage.
Really only 5 are extremely easy to do and give you a ridiculous reward, such as down air and 2 forward air.
The side special killing at 50 fact, still.
I think I can kill this Shaggy right now with about 7 or 8 attacks.
It's insane.
There we go. And now let's just go ahead and side special.
It's insane, dude.
He not only does a stupid amount of damage, knockback, kills extremely early, but he is definitely the easiest character to use in the game. Therefore,
yeah, I don't know if Jason was in the game at this time. Batman, how much skill does your MultiVersus character take? I don't think Batman takes too much skill, to be completely honest. I think Batman is kind of I don't know, his speed makes him like you kind of have to aim your attacks, but at the same time he's just such a top tier. Batman is like top 5 characters in the game, I think, right now. He just has so many good options, and I think the exploding batarang is broken, and I'm assuming I'm going to say something about that too, because since the game got released, the exploding batarang has been probably my biggest problem with this character. It's like, why does the timer hit 0 but then it explodes like a second later, or maybe when it's at 1 you dodge in 1 second, but nope, it's not gonna.
Despite Batman players screaming that their character got nerfed, it's simply not the case, because if I press B and A right now, as
Batman community used to be like a bunch of chirpers, and they've honestly settled down a little bit. I don't hear too many people talking about Batman now.
See, above Shaggy's head is an indicator telling him
immediately talking about that thing.
So please explain to me, if I throw this at him and do something like this, what is he supposed to do?
Nothing.
He has no choice but to air dodge my grappler, therefore getting hit by the bomb.
The true 50-50, or not even a 50-50, 100%.
Now he really has no choice, because he has to air dodge that bomb, in which maybe I can even do my up special to get a very early elimination. Once you figure out how to utilize the batarang and the zip line, this character takes absolutely no skill.
And people were getting mad in the comments once you learn how to get the skill. What I meant, okay, all right, people were getting mad at me in the comments because they were saying it's not right to say that you have to learn a character and they take no skill. When I say that it takes, when I say that you have to learn the batarang and the zip line, that means go into practice mode for 30 seconds and find out how to use them. It doesn't take skill. It takes knowledge, which will take you a minute to obtain. Obviously, if a new player just goes on Batman, they're going to struggle because the character is kind of complicated. But if you go into practice mode for maybe a minute, you'll have a good grasp on this character.
I'm literally just simply guessing what his combos are going to be based off of what every other character's combos in the games are, and it is the exact same.
Black Adam, yo. This is, and every single time I say that like Jason and Banana Guard are the most skilled characters in the game, it's only because I forgot about Black Adam. However, they did nerf his neutral air, and I've been seeing a lot less Black Adams after they did that. And I wanted to talk about this in my last video, but I had to tee up on some Agent Smith who was doing the salt emote. I've noticed that in MultiVersus, you will see the same top tier characters over and over. And the people who use those characters will say, I don't use these characters because they're top tier. I use them because they're fun. And then the second they get nerfed, you will never see them again. Ever. I can't even tell you how many Jokers I saw before Joker got nerfed. And Joker is still a top tier, by the way. But before he got nerfed, at least 50% of my games were Jokers. And then after, it's maybe 1 in 10. It's insane, dude. Same with Arya, same with Black Adam. Every character that gets significantly nerfed, I don't see them anymore, despite their fan base saying that they're a fun character. It's crazy.
Adam's combos are laid out.
Wait, but anyway, as I was saying, Black Adam, still probably skillless. I haven't seen his neutral air, so I don't know how big of a nerf that was, but I'm still going to say he's skillless. His combos are ridiculous. Way too much damage. The guy's up special literally allows him to fly around the map twice. Like, this guy can just do whatever he wants. He's in his own world. He's like he's probably just on the same level of skillless as Jason. Like, he just does whatever he wants.
In a way that really you should not feel like you're doing anything yourself if you're using this character.
This is
I have
music
no idea
selection.
how to play this character, and it really does look like I have a general idea right now, doesn't it? This is forward,
maybe
forward,
a little bit.
Forward, side special, up. Like, it's just everything.
And that's about the combo that every Black Adam character uses.
Not to mention his forward air is probably one of the best moves in the game. The range is so ridiculous.
Not a forward
air. It
air.
comes out pretty quick, and this guy can literally fly. Like, this character
come
is
on, dude.
broken.
Just flies wherever he wants. Bugs Bunny, even when this guy was critically acclaimed as the best character in the game before he got nerfed very recently, I still was standing by the point that I think Bugs Bunny is a pretty skill-based character. I think the only thing that they have to do to make this guy just a little more skillful is nerf that up air, because the hitbox is just so insane. And a lot of times, even if you know it's coming and you try to dodge to the side, you're still going to get hit by it just because it lasts so long and the range is so insane. However, all in all, I would say Bugs Bunny's projectile game makes him a pretty skillful character, because you have to, know your character so well. You got to get in the holes. You got to pause. You got to put the safe through the holes, know when it's going to come out. There's a lot going on with Bugs Bunny, and his combos are not particularly the easiest. His forward air is also broken, but I don't know if I'm going to talk about that one, but because I think that was something a lot of people started to spam recently. But yeah, that forward air is definitely insane.
Is definitely a top tier. He is one of the best characters in the game for sure. However, I would say that he takes a decent amount of skill. Yes, his up air is absolutely broken. You are not going to be able to air dodge it a lot of the time because the range is so ridiculous. And yes, it is going to kill at about 70%.
Yeah,
however,
best kill move in the game, debatably.
Safe need to be utilized very well. You need to know
pretty much exactly what I'm still thinking today.
And you need to be able to catch your opponent off guard, because if the safe is just coming right at them, they're going to be able to parry it. His side special needs to be used in very specific situations, and the same can be said about his down special. A lot of his moves are definitely good. A lot of his strings are ridiculous.
Might have been playing a little bugs at the time.
That is able to do stuff like
oh
this
yeah, for sure.
Skill. Me personally, I wouldn't say that. He has a lot of complexities to him.
Oh my god, yo, I must have been playing bugs a little more at that time. But yeah, just sharing the exact same opinion I share now. Finn has changed a lot, dude. Finn, I still believe, is an extremely beginner-friendly character. As a matter of fact, I got my friend into the game recently, and he was using Wonder Woman, and I told him to switch to Finn just so he could get a grasp for the combos. Is Finn as skillless as, say, Jason and, Banana Guard, Black Adam? No, I don't think so, but I think once you take the first step from those characters over to Finn, that's when you're gonna actually get your foot in the door and find out how to combo in this game and whatnot. So Finn is a good gateway to more skill-based characters, but do I think him himself is skill-based? I'm gonna say no. I think he's a very easy character to play, and that is someone who mained Finn. I think I have like 400 Finn wins. I've definitely put some time into Finn, and despite the fact that they have nerfed his 0 to deaths, that's still the core mechanics of his gameplay, is trying to ring your opponent out extremely early, and that inherently is not going to be skill-based.
Finn is a character that is often disrespected because his neutral game is so easy to play. He was definitely designed to be an easy-to-use character. However, the second you catch Finn off of the ground, that is where it shows who is a Finn player
don't do it.
Really plays Finn.
Don't do it, Ver. We're gonna have to disagree.
Like this, and your side air looks like this, and your down air looks like this, you have an aerial problem.
That side air is great. No, the down air is great.
Off of the stage doesn't mean that people don't make him good off of the stage. That is where it really shows.
Some little counterpoint.
Studied and used this
character. No, it doesn't, dude.
They are able to say that they are a good, skillful Finn player. So does Finn take skill? Well, I guess it just depends who is using him.
I mean, okay, that's not too bad of a take. I don't know why I'm disrespecting Finn's forward air though. That horizontal hitbox is great, and I think if you can hit it, it does like 17 damage. The down air, definitely one of the better spike moves in the game. You can even get a down special into a down air. The up air combos into various things. Overall, I don't think Finn's aerials are actually too awful, dude. I'm actually, yeah, that's the first one I'm gonna have to disagree with. I'm gonna say Finn does not take too much skill. Harley Quinn takes skill. That's just that, dude. I think she takes skill. Her, you know, she's got her neutral air. That's pretty skillless. But most of her combos are the most precise in the entire game, dude. You have a very small window to execute her combos, and it's going to take a lot of gameplay if you want to master Harley, especially considering she is probably the weakest that she's been since the beta. So, yeah, Harley takes skill in my opinion.
Harley Quinn was my personal main back in the beta. I have won definitely over 500 games with her if I had to guess.
Yeah, but I was also just spamming the loops. The loops were just so insane.
And back when I used her, you had to actually implement her moves in a way that was skillful.
Not really, dude.
For example, you would do her forward air into her forward jab into your downward laser.
Bro, that was not skillful.
That I don't think should have been an infinite combo, obviously, but it was just the scheme for how this character should be played. Now, however, her strings are finished for her, and that is the optimal way to play this character. Some of her moves
I actually think you can do the forward tilts into the down tilt now, and when this game was first released, I don't think you were able to do that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure if you were to do those first two parts of the forward tilt and then go for a down tilt, I think it would just come out with the jab string.
Are just far too forgiving. Such as
same with the down tilt. I think now you can do a down tilt into an up tilt. When the game was released, I think it was down tilt into forward tilt only, or like the little predetermined animation there.
I mean, look at the range on this move. Her up special is definitely one of the best moves in the game. It's pretty much the exact same as Bugs Bunny, except I would argue better. Her side air is an excellent move to retreat. She's not lacking on the ground. She's not lacking in the air.
Her aerials are
not lacking everywhere. This is the true definition of a top tier, and she is 100% easy to play and 100% not skillful.
Wow, I completely disagree on that. That comes down to if the down tilt went into the up tilt at that point, because that is I mean, even still, dude, I don't know why I thought she was a true top tier. Harley, in my opinion, now I would put her like B tier, like high B tier. There's a lot of characters in B tier for me right now, but I think Harley takes skill. Iron Giant don't take no skill.
If we're talking 2v2s, Iron Giant is obviously the least skillful character in the entire game, because all of his moves hitboxes are just so forgiving and are so ridiculous that when there's a bunch of chaos going on in 2v2s, you can just do whatever you want and you are probably going to connect. However, in 1v1s, obviously this guy is combo meat. You are going to be getting done up, and if you don't know how to counter that with this character, you're going to be in a horrible situation.
I disagree, dude. Okay, I fully did not understand how the bolts worked at this point. That is why I'm saying this, because I literally just found out how the bolts worked like recently, back when I was 1v1 in the #1 Iron Giants. He's not combo meat because you literally have a get out of combo free card.
And unfortunately for Iron Giant mains, the only way to counter being complete combo meat is to be the best Iron Giant player of all time. That is why this character is extremely skillful in 1v1s. He just has far too many downsides to be considered good.
To be considered good? Wow, that shows my inexperience, man, because Iron Giant like was the undebatable, undisputed best character in the game at that time, and I said he wasn't good. Even now, I would say Iron Giant in ones is a kind of not skillful character, but back then he was definitely not skillful. Now, I mean, he's been nerfed to a point where like if 5 is neutral and 1 takes absolutely 0 skill, I'd put him at a 4. Like he takes you know what I'm saying? He's not skillful, but he doesn't take skill. Like, you know what I'm saying?
The only character
Jake fully takes skill, 100%, and I've shared that opinion since the release of this game. They've kept Jake completely balanced for the duration of the game, so I'm sure I'm going to say that exact same thing.
I believe to be just as skillful in 1v1s as Iron Giant is Jake the Dog.
Just as skillful in 1v1s as Iron Giant, dude. That's your bar. That's what you're using as the bar?
Jake the Dog is just a very fair and honest character. Yes, people are going to argue that he has his forward air, which is an absolutely amazing
move. Is insane.
People are going to argue that he has his down air. That is once again
down air. I actually don't see. Back in the beta, this move was ridiculous, probably because the movement was so much faster. But I actually do not see top Jakes using this move at all, dude.
A very good move.
I'm not even going to talk about the bite because that wasn't meta.
But unfortunately for Jake the Dog, he has his side special, which is a very predictable bad move.
Yeah, that's like his best
down
move.
Special, which is just not a good move.
Move is good.
He has his up special, which is what you are going to get most of your combos out of. But unfortunately, it's not a very good move. It's extremely slow.
No, dude, that's a great move.
Predictable. All of Jake the Dog's good moves, such as his up smash, such as his forward air, are just
up smash
good
is insane.
moves. They're not extremely broken moves.
That up smash is broken.
And then his bad moves are just bad. I mean, this is a bad move. Jake the Dog has so many bad moves.
And his jab.
Jake the Dog, in
jab
my
got
opinion,
buffed though.
Extremely skillful character.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I got the equation wrong, but I got the answer right. Jason, dude, what am I gonna say? I'm probably gonna say, I already know what I'm gonna say in this video. Jason is really slow combo meat, and if you want to be a good Jason, you gotta tee up and do what you gotta do. Watch.
Jason has some extremely skillless qualities to him, such as jab into.
That's his whole. Stop right there. Stop right there. Move to the next character. That's all Jason is jab, flash step. That's all he is.
He also has ridiculous moves such as his forward air, such as his up special. However, he's so big, he's so slow that I think we should give him some actual usable moves. Honestly, I would not say that Jason is a bad character. I would not say that he is a good character either.
That's a good take.
Very middle of the pack.
That's a good take, because when Jason came out, everyone was saying this guy was a bottom tier. I knew this guy did way too much damage and his combos were way too easy to execute. So even then I was calling him
B tier, low A tier.
Okay. What? Oh, B tier, low A tier. Yeah, that's valid.
Therefore, I would say it does take skill to use this character. A lot of people, you're just going to be seeing jab into grab. You are not going to see the jab into flash step. A lot of people are just going to do down air and then nothing after, when in reality you can do things like this. He doesn't have any ridiculous
the up smash
combos.
was broken.
He doesn't have any.
This was before. To be fair to me, this was before anyone really knew much about Jason. I think it took like a month for people to actually start putting people in 50-50 situations with the up special. However, no.
Stupid gimmicks.
Wrong.
I just think he's a solid character, and if you use him, you're solid at the game.
I just said there's no stupid gimmicks.
I just think he doesn't have any ridiculous combos. He doesn't have any too stupid gimmicks. I just think
too stupid gimmicks. That's all he is a gimmick fighter, dude.
Solid character, and if you use him, you're solid at the game. I mean, these follow-ups are just pretty generic, basic follow-ups. That, let me add, a lot of people are not going to know how to use very well, which is why I think that Jason is somewhat skillful.
Now, okay, the thing is with Jason that he is like definitely, if I had to guess, the most played character by casuals, because every single Jason player I see, like they talk like casuals. Like, I think they're mostly casual players. So at that time, you know, maybe I kept running into Jasons who were bad at the game and just accredited that to Jason being bad. But in reality, a good Jason is very capable. LeBron is like probably the most skillful character in the game even now. He doesn't do anything for you, man. He's extremely complicated.
LeBron is definitely, in my opinion, an S tier or an A tier character. However, I do think that he takes a lot of skill. You have to have an amazing sense of where your ball is going to go, when to use it, when to try to get it back, when you should attack, when you should.
I probably didn't run into any LeBrons since the beta, so that's why I told him he was that's why I said he was an S tier. But in reality, LeBron at this time was probably like a C tier, D tier. But just no one used him.
Neutral and try to pick your opponent apart. LeBron, in my opinion, as I said, is a very good character. But in order to make him good, you have to put a lot of effort into your craft. Therefore, I do think that LeBron is a very skillful character.
Morty, I'm kind of on the fence about Morty, dude. Because while I do think that he is extremely skillful, the way top players are going to play him, I think the large majority of players are just going to spam mud wall and spam the stun gun, and they're going to get lucky and they're going to do these 40 damage combos. I'm on the fence about Morty. I think if you want to be a diamond to masters level Morty, yes, he takes skill, but at platinum level, oh my gosh, dude, the Mortys you see will make you sick to your stomach, dude. So I'm on the fence, 50-50.
Morty is my personal main, and something you have to deal with if you use Morty is he is 100% a low tier character.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna say that Morty is like the most skillful character in the game, because I remember seeing some hate comments about that. Was Morty a low tier at this time? I don't really remember too well. I couldn't tell you.
All of his moves are not very good. They do not do a lot of damage.
Honestly, he was probably about the same as he is. He was probably better than he is right now. So no, he's not a low tier.
Way to kill besides his up air or his grenade, which you are going to have a very hard time hitting. His grenades as well as his stun gun have to be used very sparingly. They have to be timed. He really has no gimmicks. You know, the grenade split has been nerfed to a point where it's not very good anymore. The stun gun is really your only way of starting combos, seeing how
what is that combo?
Air, probably Morty's best move, does not give
was that my go-to?
There is a lot that goes into using Morty, including the fact that he is a low tier that 100% makes Morty a very skill-based character.
You're kind of convincing me there, because there is a lot that goes into playing Morty compared to a lot of other characters in the roster, man. Like, you do have to have grenade control, you do have to hit your stun gun, and you have to... I'm gonna say he takes skill. He's teetering on the line, but he takes skill. Rick definitely takes skill. I don't care if this character is the best in the game and people are going to get upset about him. Good Ricks put more time into mastering their character than any other character. The only reason that Rick is considered a top tier at this point is because so many people have put new Rick tech out there. Rick is the most labbed out character in the game, 100%. Can we all agree on that? Let me know in the comments if you think that there is a character that is more labbed out than Rick. And, you know, while I'm talking about going in the comments, leave a like on the video if you haven't already, and subscribe if you're new. 50% of you guys are not subscribed. Shout in the video while I'm paused, but yeah, I think Rick is skill-based.
Morty main is tough. Let's look at the fact that Rick has absolutely no combos. I think he has down air into up air.
Now, Rick's combos are extremely long. Like, he definitely has combos. He has some insane combos. And look, he looks like Rick Prime here.
And then he has forward into up tilt. Oh no, my bad. Forward into up tilt into nope. That's
yeah. I don't know what I didn't know what I was talking about here.
And he has his down special, which are all very good moves. Don't get me wrong. But besides those three things, Rick has absolutely nothing special about him. And
really, all of Rick's moves are good.
Use this character. I mean, he's just simply not good. I think this is one of the most skillful characters in the game to use, just because he's so awful. Rick is just bad.
I mean, he might have been a lot worse at that point. I completely understand that Rick got reworked 100%, but I don't think he was awful at that time. I think he was probably like a B tier, maybe an A tier. And but yeah, Rick is definitely skillful. I mean, that's what I said. Good job. We got Shaggy. Shaggy, not skillful at all. Very easy character. The only reason I would consider Shaggy skillful in the slightest is because he's so slim. It makes his hitboxes very narrow, and it is kind of hard to hit stuff with this guy. However, I'm going not skillful for Shaggy. Does way too much damage, kills way too easily.
He is an S tier character like everyone chops him up to be. Me personally, I believe that Shaggy is A tier at the highest. However, he is not skillful by any means. He is probably
actually that's not a good take. My bad.
In the game to use, just because all of his moves are so straightforward, powerful for some reason, and just very good. They just all have very good range. They're all just insane. Such as his side special,
this is music selection. This is awful.
Such as his neutral air. His up tilt is absolutely insane, the same as his up air. His up special is insane. Shaggy has some very good moves. His forward air is insane. So while I do think that Shaggy is an A tier, maybe a low S tier, he is by no means skillful. Shaggy is extremely unskillful.
Yup. Steven Universe, one of the most skillless characters in the entire game. Absolutely broken even to this day. The Watermelon Steven is the most brain dead move in the entire game. The shields take no skill. I'm pretty sure that in this video I'll say something like, the shields have to be placed absolutely perfectly for you to get max potential out of this character. No, Steven Universe players do not think about where to put the shield. They just throw it out and it works because it literally negates half of the stage. No
Before
skill.
I had Steven unlocked, I said that if his moves were as hard as I think they were to do, I would put him in A tier. After unlocking him, I still believe that to be true. I think that a very good Steven Universe player can make this character look like an S tier. However, the majority of us are not going to be able to do that because he's very complex to play. You have to really decide where the shields have to go.
No, you don't. What I say, no, you don't.
And while they are easy to put down, they're very convenient.
This poor guy doesn't know yet.
He doesn't have any gimmicks besides those shields, which are going to.
That's all he is gimmicks. Stop saying that, dude. Why am I picking the most gimmicky characters to say they don't have gimmicks? You want to know Steven Universe's gimmicks? His neutral air, his forward air, his shields, his watermelon Steven, his surfing on the shield move, his up air is a gimmick. Even his down air is kind of gimmicky. Pretty much all of this guy's moves are gimmicky. His down tilt is gimmicky. He's all gimmicks.
Be pretty difficult to utilize to their full potential. Therefore, I think Steven is an extremely skill-based character because of the shield mechanic. It's very complex. It's very
I see why y'all left a dislike now. Get
used to.
This guy is making me mad.
Never going to be able to use those fully.
As skillless character in the game, dude. Okay, wait, actually, yeah, that does work. Skillless character in the game. He's not most skillless, he's just skillless. Side air, my bad. Neutral air, side special, up special. That's all I gotta say.
I would describe Taz to someone.
Hopefully, I mentioned these three.
Is a bad character with a few good moves. Obviously, by a few good
great
moves,
character with a few broken moves.
I'm referring to his side special. I'm referring to his up smash and his up air. However,
what about the neutral air?
Moves away from this guy, he's absolute garbage.
Nope.
But that is the only moves that most Taz players know how to use. This character is not skillful. Every time you see a Taz character, despite them having,
I thought I was about to fumble that.
Hard to use and a bunch of moves that are going to make them a skillful Taz player if they use.
He really has no moves that would make him hard to use or skillful.
They're going to be.
They're all broken.
Special, and they are going to be spamming the sandwich.
Joker, bro.
Joker.
If I say that, if I say Joker takes skill, I'm actually going to unsubscribe for myself. I don't know if that's possible. Am I even subscribed? I'll find out how to do it, man.
Is a character that I just picked up, and I mean, just watch this. If I throw this card move, it explodes. It does a ridiculous amount of damage. After the cooldown is up, I can do it once again. There is different.
It's the hit stun that's ridiculous, not the damage.
A few different things, 3 to be exact, that are all ridiculously broken. If I do down air, into
he forgot to mention the 1-frame kill move, projectile.
Down special into up air, into the balloon, into up air. I mean, just look at this guy's chain. He takes no skill. This is a very low skill character. I mean, all his moves were designed to take no skill. His forward air, ridiculous range. His side air,
I don't think I truly understood
is pretty good.
Like how good he was at the time, or else I'd sound pretty mad right now.
Kind of parry move. This guy takes no skill. He's just very good. S tier character for sure. Tom and Jerry is definitely a top tier character. Tom and Jerry is skillless. To this day, skillless. Jerry shot, best projectile in the game. Down air, busted hitbox. Up air, busted hitbox. That's all it takes. Those few moves, that's really all it takes. And then you got the fishing rod. You have the up special Jerry rocket once Jerry is launched. All of this guy's moves are busted. He's a top 5 character in the game, and he's extremely easy to use. But I'm almost positive at the time I thought that he was going to be hard to use just because of all his projectile nonsense that I didn't fully understand. But Tom and Jerry is a very easy character. The best projectile in the game. His up special after throwing that projectile allows him to throw a rocket, and then you can go and collect
easily
Jerry.
The best zoner.
He's got this fishing rod move, which is pretty solid for retrieving Jerry. He has his up special, which does a lot of damage and a lot of knockback. You know, his down special sets the trap. Even Tom himself,
like the down special just allows him to have the most insane, like combined with everything else, his stage control is just so insane, dude. You have the down special. It's like you can't walk here. You got the Jerry shot. You can't go up there. You got the up special when the Jerry shot is launched. You're not going up. You're not going near the Jerry. The fishing rod. You're not going near the edge of the stage. Where do you want the guy to go? He can't go anywhere. Tom and Jerry owns it all. He owns the whole stage always. And then if you're, you know, maybe on the other side of the stage, you know, in a small area where Tom can't touch you, guess what? He's all the way over here, and he just did a down special or a down air, and it's reaching you somehow because the hitbox is so insane. Don't matter where you are on the stage. How much you want to bet this down air hits? Okay, maybe not because I'm turned around. But I think probably that down air hits. What I say, yo, like come on.
Such as his down air. He's just a very good character.
Forward air's nuts too. It's like 5 frames.
Skillful character despite being a top tier. I mean, how many people are going to be able to do this? and then go collect Jerry, and then
everyone
do the rocket, and then
do what?
And then go collect the character despite being a top tier. I mean, how many people are going to be able to do this? And then go collect.
Everyone watching this video can shoot the Jerry out and then miss the mushroom 2 times. That's not a mushroom. That's a cork. Don't say that to me. Look, this is a mushroom. We're settling the debate right now. That is not a cork. That's a mushroom. It's smoking. See, it's smoking. You know, maybe that's the smoke from the cork being popped. No, that is obviously a mushroom. That corks don't look like that. Corks don't have this on the top right here. Corks are like this.
And then go collect Jerry, and then do the rocket, and then jump up. Like, it's such a hard character to play. You have to be in the lab for so long to truly master this character, just because his gameplay is so centered around projectiles and keeping Jerry alive, and understanding your spacing, and understanding when you have to shoot Jerry.
Didn't even mention the up tilt yet,
and when you have to use Tom. There's just so much that goes into playing this character.
Up tilt is top 5 moves in the game for sure. Speed round.
Unfortunately, I only own one more character that we can dissect and break apart in practice mode. So let's talk about the
Wonder Woman, skillless, still to this day does way too much damage. All right, I'm going to talk about the characters I don't own here. I'm just going to go over them quickly, and I'm probably just going to say not skill or skill. So Arya, 4 out of 10 skill. Garnet, no skill. Gizmo, no skill. Marvin, no skill. Raindog, skill. Stripe, skill. Superman, no skill. Velma, skill.
Characters I do not own. Arya Stark used to be absolutely skillless, but now she's been nerfed to a point where she takes a lot of skill.
What? Bro, but Arya was top 3. Okay.
Skill because she is the worst character in the entire
Doesn't take skill.
Gizmo takes skill just because he's a mid-tier character. Yes, he has that small size, which definitely helps him out a lot. It makes him a little less skillful, but he's still a bad character, so it does take skill. Marvin the Martian, mid-tier character. His size helps him out, but he still takes a lot of skill.
No, he does not.
Raindog
0 skill.
Probably top 4 most skill in the game. He's very bad.
That's valid.
He's just hard to use. You have to know your setups. You have to know your range. You have to know how to get your kills. Yes, he has a very good up air, but it doesn't help him too much. Velma, probably one of the worst characters in the game. Definitely takes a lot of skill.
That's, it's right, but for the wrong reasons, man. Velma takes skill just because, like, she's one of the most... She doesn't do anything for you. Like, you have to do everything yourself when you play Velma. I wouldn't even say she's, like, that bad. Like, I think everyone makes her out to be so bad. Honestly, don't even think she's bad. I think she's just not worth using because the amount of brain power it takes to be able to successfully use Velma, you're better off just playing someone else.
Superman, absolutely broken character, takes 0 skill.
There you go.
Brain dead baby character, no skill. Stripe is so good and so small that he takes no skill.
He takes skill.
Finally,
come on,
let's talk about.
He was a mid-tier at the time.
By far, without a question, the best character.
Wonder Woman was one of the best characters in the game. She still is, I think, but this is before she got all the nerfs, so I'm just gonna probably go off on her
in the game. But that is not what we're talking about today. We are talking about, does this character take skill? Absolutely not. This
oh my gosh, I didn't like Wonder Woman.
The least amount of skill in the game because she is so unbelievably broken. I mean, just look at how much damage she does off of garbage, off of nothing. Her up tilt is insane.
Yeah,
her
dude.
lasso is so insane. Every single move that she has is absolutely ridiculous, especially this one.
Like banana guard, but fast.
Everything about this character is stupid, broken, and skillless. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more.
Yep, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you are new. Let me know what you thought of this video as well as my reaction to this video. I don't know, man. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I'll see y'all.